Certainly in the past it was as good, if not, it was probably one of the best scenes in Ireland.
I would put my hand on my heart and say Waterford was up there with the rest of them, if not one of the best in the country.
We started back in 1990, we used to run gigs in Katie Riley's.
Huge population of young kids, kind of teenagers, late teens, early 20s, when the kind of the dance scene started back in the 90s.
We got a residency down in Cheers nightclub, which became the Roxy, and from then on it just really exploded.
You had a couple of successful clubs, like you had Music Lab in the Forum, and you had South in Tramore, which was like a massive thing to do.
I can't understand for such a small city how we had such a big scene. Even now we have 3 or 4 club nights, and back then it was we had 3 or 4 club nights as well, but with a much bigger audience. Like, it was a bigger scene back then.
And Waterford's been a constant stop-off point in my DJ touring calendar for years and years, since the 90s, I think. So it's always been a pleasure.
There was a hot scene there for a while. You had the likes of everyone from Dimitri from Paris to Sneak, Roger Sanchez, Marfrina. All the big guns were coming to play here, whether it was for Republik or the Forum or whoever it was for. But it just died a death. You know, it was that little lull for a year or two that kind of dropped us back.
And it went dead for like a couple of years in Waterford. There was no club nights. It got shut down. There was a lot of, you know, politics, I suppose, with police or whatever, clubs closing down, so it kind of went underground for a couple of years.
I think it skipped a generation, so the last middle few years were tough going. Like.
There's an age gap in the clubs at the moment, like from about 27, 28 up. These are the people that have mortgages and they're just not out anymore.
There seems to be a new generation from like 17 up to like 21-year-olds.
Core group now are from 18 to 22.
Seems to be coming around again with big DJs like Steve Lawler coming. There's great hype about it.
Crystal in the centre of town is the only venue that is trying dance music. That's put it out there, giving it the chance.
Crystal has probably been the catalyst in rebuilding the house scene in Waterford.
There's a new boost of young people coming out that don't want to go to a nightclub. They want to go and hear dance music.
Waterford has always been a great place for music. I mean, it's back in the 70s and 80s you had mod, punk, ska, soul, blues. It was always a great place for music, and I think house music was just a natural progression.
The crowd here is amazing, and it always was amazing, and it's a joy to play to a full house here. I'd rather play to a full house here in Waterford. We'll never go mental than anywhere else.
To be honest, like Waterford is